Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jazmin. If you have no idea who I am a first generation low income undergraduate at Stanford University, and I made this channel to help other first generation low income students get better access to higher education through my college related videos. Before I begin, thank you to everyone who has subscribed. We finally reached 100 subscribers, and that is a huge milestone for me, and I just want to thank everyone. For today's video, we're going to be talking about the pros and cons of moving away for college. So I was born and raised in Southeast LA, but I'm currently a student here at Stanford University, and that's about a 6-hour drive or a 1-hour flight. Now, that's not as far as other students who go across the country or even to different countries for college, but I'm still independent from my family. Before we begin, I want to clarify that moving away for college is definitely a privilege that not everyone has, and not all financial aid covers moving away for college. So I'm really trying to make this video for people who are doubting whether or not to apply to faraway schools. So with that being said, my first pro of moving away for college is being on your own, which is like the most obvious one, but I think that college is the perfect time to move away without having too many responsibilities and being able to learn from this experience. So when you're in high school, a lot of times you don't have as many responsibilities. Some students do have to work to provide for the families. Some students do have certain financial responsibilities, but they're not as severe as, for example, having your own kid or being in a marriage or having your own career, which comes later in life. And I feel like college is a perfect middle ground for stepping away from your parents' home and almost stepping into your future. Traditionally for college, you haven't settled down yet, or most students don't have kids yet. So a lot of students use this time to figure out what they're truly passionate about and what they really want to study, and be able to learn from new people, meet new people, and explore different cultures. This is especially relevant to students who move away for college because they get to physically be apart from their hometown. They get to explore an area that they're unfamiliar with, but is also exciting. A con of this same pro is that you have to move away. So you're going to be away from your parents, you might get homesick, away from your pets, and for a lot of students who are very family oriented, that might be an emotional burden for them. And building on the point that you get to meet new people and form a new community, typically, if you're going to a college far away from home, other students are also going to that same college far away from their homes. So you get to meet a lot of different kinds of people who you are not normally around with. This means exploring new cultures, new religions, new beliefs, and new perspectives. And I think that's very important to developing as a person and can be very insightful for understanding other people's stories. A con of this pro could be that you're socially anxious and you don't really open up to people like that. You don't really have ease with forming that new community, but I promise you that wherever college you go to, I'm pretty sure there is a loving community that welcomes you and encourages you to step out of your comfort zone. By being physically away from your family, you gain a lot of more independence than if you were to stay at home. One of my biggest things for moving away from college is that the environment is just completely different. Everyone is a student, so everyone understands the same struggles. When everyone is in finals, everyone is stressing, and you don't feel alone, especially if you're first gen. Some parents might not understand the stress of school, so it's very helpful to have this community and be able to relate to other students on a level that everyone understands. A con of this is that really in any college, you might constantly be comparing yourself to other people's struggles and other people's accomplishments. So being constantly surrounded by this community that you feel like you're constantly comparing yourself to might not be the best thing. However, if you're on campus, you're more likely to interact with your friends because you're literally living all in the same building or on the same campus, and everyone is within close proximity to each other, so it's so much easier to hang out or study together. And I know that might be different because of coronavirus and everyone is kind of online now and some social distancing rules are in effect, but generally in college, it's just so much easier to meet up with people, have lunch with people, and build a community physically. A con of going to a university that is a completely new place, a new area, a new city, might be that it's too new. So you're completely unfamiliar with everything. You don't really know where to go. You don't know how to navigate the roads or which spots are the best for buying certain things. And for a lot of universities, they don't allow freshmen to have cars. So I know Stanford also does that thing where freshmen are not allowed to have cars for some reason. And even if you are allowed a car on campus, then you have to pay for parking and all of these other fees that come with having a car, as opposed to commuter schools, for example, where you might be able to take public transportation to your school and you're more familiar with the area, so you're more likely to do more things with your friends. If you're going to a school like Stanford, Stanford is an enormous campus and has literally everything on campus that you could possibly need. So they have a Trader Joe's not far from here, and they have the post office, they have different fast food restaurants and a whole ton of dining halls. So really there's not a big need to go off campus. So having a car is not necessarily a must-have for a school like Stanford. But if you're going to a school that's more rural, then having a car might also be a big factor into whether or not you would like to go to that school. Another pro is that moving in to college is just so much fun. Like moving into your apartment, you know, bringing in your boxes, it's just such a wonderful experience, at least for me it was. And it just signifies such a big step into your new life, so that you actually feel like you're stepping into a brand new chapter in your life. And the con of this is cost. Like everything's just so expensive. I made a separate video of all of the things that I had to buy and how much money I ended up spending just simply moving in into my first year of college, and it's definitely expensive. So I completely understand why some low-income students would prefer not to move into college because of those financial expenses. Another con about living on campus and away from your family is getting sick. So I remember getting sick last year. It was horrible. I literally could not get out of bed, and I just wanted to be with my mom. I just wanted her to make me some tea or give me some medicine or just baby me like I'm 4, but I couldn't have that, and it was kind of weird asking my friends to like hand me over some medicine, or it was weird. So it's a horrible experience getting sick on campus because you don't really have anyone that's immediately there for you. I wish I knew how to take care of myself better when I got sick by myself on campus, and I definitely learned from that experience. So that might be one con, but if you definitely know how to take care of your health and know how to take care of yourself when you're sick, then that might not be the biggest con. Personally, for me, I love being on campus. I love the community. I love being around my friends. I love being a full-time student here at Stanford, and I wish more people were able to experience this. But I know, like I said in the beginning, that moving into your college is definitely a privilege because not all schools offer sufficient financial aid for that. But if you are attending a school that does offer you sufficient financial aid, I 100% recommend moving away from college. But it's also not a bad thing to stay home for college. I don't think anyone should feel like they're being left out from staying at home, or because they have too many responsibilities that are preventing them from moving away for college. I think that's also very important, especially in the first generation low income community, to acknowledge. And some people have had the best experiences without ever actually being on campus. But again, like I said, personally, I just love being on campus, and I wish more people were able to experience what I have experienced. I hope this video was helpful. Please let me know down in the comments below. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram at FirstGenFirst, or on Twitter, FirstGen1ST, or send us an email at info@firstgenfirst.org. Bye. Everyone who has subscribed, bruh. Students who are very family oriented, and for a lot of students who are